to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to
Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Epic Smasher, and today is Motivational Monday. I'm super excited. Chantal, I see you, young nugs. What up, my friends, my people? Chantal says, hey, hey. Ben says there's an echo. Ben says there's an echo. You're echoing. Oh, I can't hear it, that's why. Good call out. Good call out. What up, Jackie? How you doing? Talk to me, huh? What up, Jackie? Good to see you. Good to see you. Talk to me. Yes, Ducky Bucky. Somebody ended up blessing you with a subscription like Friday.
Yes,
it was either
Ducky
Friday or
Bucky,
Thursday,
somebody
like
ended up
50
blessing me
something
with
plus
a
people.
subscription
Oh yeah, there you
like
go.
Friday.
Okay, there we go. It's no longer echoing. We should be good now. Everyone good? No longer echoing. All right. So Ducky Bucky, you can now be my friend on Fortnite. You can also choose one social media that I will follow you on. When you are a legendary smasher, there we go. It's good. It's good. I like that. I like that. Good this side. Awesome. We are solid. No more echoing. We're good to go. So, Ducky Bucky, you can now be my friend. There's many awesome, amazing perks with being a legendary smasher. You guys get to not only participate in certain competitions, you get the ability to choose whatever platform, and I get to follow you. You get to play with me and get priority whenever we're playing with whenever we're playing where a bunch of people can jump in. You get priority. You get more matches than everybody. Ducky says, "Oh, bro, I'm gonna watch you every day that I can now. Let's go, bro. Let's go." All right, I'm gonna throw out the gum. It's NeuroGum. I love NeuroGum. So good for focus, energy. I just got one that's for memory, all the good stuff. So I'm going to throw out the gum so it looks way more professional, way more better. Bear with me one second. I'm just going to move my camera. Maybe. Oh, is it following me right now? Oh, it's following me. It's following me. Bet. Okay. We'll be good. Let me just unlock it. Let me lock it back in. There we go. TTV Gus says 67672, my boy. My boy. Chantel smashing that like button. Yeah, camera is following me. I have a camera that is embedded with AI, so it will follow me if I so choose it to. Okay, let's see. All right, you guys, let me go over today. Today is Motivational Monday. Let me take out the gum first. Gosh, this is always my problem. You guys didn't see that, okay? You didn't see that. Whoo-wee. Motivational Monday is where you guys have questions throughout the week, and you guys can post it in the Discord on the forum. And when you post it in the Discord on the forum, it's anonymous. Nobody can see who it's from. If you put it in the chat, everybody can see who you are. They know who asked it, etc. So you have two choices. Either go to the Discord, put it in the Discord. Nobody can see who it's from. I actually do not see any of the questions until the very moment. So you guys are getting authentic answers from me. Straight from the brain. We are live across many platforms, James. I see you. We're live across many platforms. We stream on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, X, Abstract. Which one did I miss? There's a seventh one I missed. Kick? Yeah, there's 7 different platforms we stream on. So some platforms may have a little, some may have a crazy amount, some may have, it just depends. It all varies. It really does. Oh, Jay, you good. You good. No worries. All big things here. Jameer says, can I add you? Jameer, if you are a legendary smasher, you can add me, or you want to follow my secondary account. Let me grab my other phone here. You want to grab my secondary account's name, which is Code Smashers. If you're not a legendary smasher, there's a lot of people who just became a legendary smasher. We had over like 60 something gifted blessed on Thursday and Friday, so a lot of time. Ducky says, wait, bro, when can I add you? You guys, Ducky, you can add me right now, bro. I don't have it set up, but let me actually turn off the desktop sound so I can pull it up. Chantel says, wow, amazing. Yep, so right here, guys, this is the account that you're going to want to add if you are not a legendary smasher. If you are not a legendary smasher, you're going to want to add Code Smashers. And you're even cooler if you use Code Smashers in the item shop, okay? That's how you know you cool. All right, Benji, I am ready for the first question. Whenever you guys want to start saying questions, I'm ready for it. I am ready. Here we go. Okay. Now that is a wild question. That is a wild question. Jackie says, how do you think we can overcome the AI paranoia that nothing is real anymore? Dang, it's true. It's true. There's a few things that you can do, Jackie. And if anybody's listening in, this is definitely a wild question. It's a wild question. It's a good one. But here we go. How do you think we can overcome the AI paranoia that nothing is real anymore? That's a great, absolutely wild question. But here it is. So how you can differentiate in certain aspects, okay? To somebody who doesn't typically work with AI, they're not going to be able to see that right away. And a lot of times, now where we're stepping into, it's going to be even harder for experienced people to be able to tell. So just to help out with a little bit of paranoia is don't believe everything you see. That's the first thing. Don't believe everything you see. Second thing is you're going to want to set up a system with your family, with your friends, whether it's a code word or whether it's some sort of verification that can let you know that is that individual. And why I say that is because there's going to be a lot of different schemes. There already has been, but they're getting so on point with the imagery that it is becoming almost not recognizable, what's the word? Indistinguishable. It's almost unindistinguishable, where you can't really tell if it's real or it's not real. So whatever that word is, guys, right? So you're going to want to set up some sort of keywords with your family, friends, loved ones. And if anything does occur, you know, okay, hey, this isn't real because this person didn't state this. Let's say you get a phone call and they're like, yo, this is this person and we need some money, blah, 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 right? Well, you can verify that by the keyword. If they don't say that keyword or use that keyword, well, then you know it's not real. So don't believe everything, and come up with a plan with your family and friends that you can identify whether it's real or not. Because if it's something dangerous and skeptical, you're going to want to know. So I would say those two things, definitely a wild question. Where we're going is absolutely insane, and I'm excited because I want to use it for a benefit versus a way to trick people, right? So Jackie says, that's really good advice. Well, good. I'm glad that it helped you out. Because if you're skeptical about it, you got to put things in play that's going to overcome it. And if you're believing everything that's out there, you know, whether it's news, whether it's on some social media platform that like, hey, this helps you in this way, and then you realize, oh, it actually doesn't help you out in that way. They just wanted me to buy a product or something. So you just want to ultimately double check some of these things that are being seen. So never take, it's just like, don't take somebody's word for it unless, you know, always have trust in that individual if they give you a reason not to trust them. So then it almost comes back to the same aspect as like, yeah, we want to have trust in this blank said product or blank said person or whatever that may be, but do your research so that way you can make a justifiable decision. If it's a product, then you say, okay, hey, ChatGPT, let me know, does this product actually do this? Does this ingredients actually do this? And then ChatGPT as an AI can then give you the rightful information. It can also back check and be like, hey, can you use this imagery or this video to see if this is AI? And then you can actually, from ChatGPT, if you give it the right prompt, it'll be like, yo, that's not legitimate, that's fake. It's not real, that's AI imagery. So that's one way to differentiate it. Cool? What up, Riley? Riley says, "Allo, kame vas tu?" What's up? Walutuli. How you doing? Welcome, guys. Everybody who's new, say you're new in the chat. If you've never been here, if you're an OG, say you're an OG. And if you are an OG and you see somebody who says that they're new, help them. Help them out. Let them know what we do here on the channel. There we go. Back Arky, welcome. I appreciate you for being here. This is absolutely amazing. What made you tune in? What made you tune in? There we go. I see OGs. I see some news. This is good. Don't know what to do. Hello, UY2IF. What's up? Good to have you. Dude Bud says you want $100. I mean, the cash symbol is not before the 100, so I don't know how legitimate that statement is. But sure, why not? Noah says hi. Jeroid says hey. I'm new too, says hello. Well, hello. I appreciate you guys for being here. Today is Motivational Monday, where you can ask questions about life, and I'm going to give you a new perspective. Motivation, optimism. Dude Bud says ding, can't donate. Type in exclamation point store, and that's where you can do any kind of purchasing if that platform doesn't allow you to do that. You can bless all through the store if you want. You can give individuals legendary smasher memberships. You can extend the stream because I only stream for an hour each day unless it gets extended. The red black team says, sup, bro? What's up? How you doing? He says, dude Bud says, I can't even afford my food, dude. Well, don't do that. Don't come over here wanting to donate if you can't even get yourself something to eat. Make sure you take care of yourself first, and that is in every situation. Hello, UY says, how can I get a good job? Well, a good job is dependent on what is your interest. What do you want to do? What is good? What is a definition of good to you? Good job could be something that gives you a lot of money. A good job could be a job that gives you time freedom so you can spend time with your family. A good job could be endless amount of work, but you like the people. So what is it that you're actually looking for? That is how you're going to find a good job, is identifying what you actually want from that job. Do you want financial freedom? Cool. You're going to find a job that gives you a lot of money. Do you want time freedom? Okay, you're going to look for a job that you can just do part-time. Do you want time and financial freedom? Okay, well, you may need to change up your lifestyle a little bit, so that way the part-time work you're going to put in and the finances that you're going to get will support that lifestyle. So you just really have to get to the point of, what do I want from said job? Do I want a good manager and good friends while I work there? Good people, coworkers? Do I want financial freedom? Do I want time freedom? What is it that you want? And then I can guide you to, what does a good job look like? Because that's what a good job looks like to me, is either financial freedom, time freedom, good employees, good coworkers, not much commute, maybe remote. Maybe you don't got to go anywhere. It looks different for everyone, to be honest. Jeroid says, hey, I got a few questions. You guys are more than welcome to put all your questions in the chat, and I will answer as many as I can within the hour that we have. We also have questions that individuals put in from last week that are on a Google form, so that way they are anonymous. So if you want to be one of those people who have a question, but you don't want other people to know that you came up with that question, go to my Discord, fill out the Google form, put that question in there, and I don't read them. My brand manager will actually put them in the chat, and that's when I read them. Okay. Ben says, make sure to like the stream. That's right. Ducky says, unless it's 1v1 Wednesday, then sometimes you do an extra hour. Sometimes I do on 1v1 Wednesdays, but that's mainly, I'm going to be very strict with my time, because I want to make sure that this is an overall success, right? If I just keep streaming, well, then there's no demand, right? In order to create demand, you have to be very specific with your time. If I only do an hour and people are like, yo, I want you to keep going, I want you to keep going, demand is going to get so crazy that you guys will extend the stream. And that's what happens. Right? Dude says LMAO. Yeah, that's right, bro. Go eat. Go eat. The red black team says, bro, respectfully, just don't call out the full at. You sound like a NPC doing that. That's cool. The red black team, I respect your opinion, and I've been doing that since 2018. So if somebody thinks I'm an NPC based off of that, that's cool. The only way I'm not going to say the whole at is if it's something that is inappropriate. If it's something that's inappropriate, I'm not going to. But think about it from this perspective. You're somebody on the other side. You're watching me. I don't have the ability to watch you, but you want to be as invested in the stream as possible. So how do you get more invested? By feeling like it's more personal. So if I shout out you in your entirety, you're going to actually feel more invested onto the stream. So respectfully, I love your opinion, but I'm going to keep on keeping on. Dylan says, be right back. I'm going to get some food. There we go. Send over some to Dude as well. He needs some. Nah, he cool. What's SYBAU? I don't know what that means. The red black team says, best way to start freelancing is just start freelancing. The best way to start freelancing is letting people know what you do. Sign up for sites that allow you to freelance. You can go to, let me think of some of the sites. Fiverr, for instance. You can go create an account on Fiverr for maybe super, super low. Oh, SYBAU. Oh, that's what it means? Oh, snap. So just let me tell you, you don't have to be quiet, bro. You don't have to be quiet. Nobody has to be quiet. And you guys, please don't put that acronym in the chat. We are all about spreading kindness and greatness. If somebody says something that's directed towards me, just let me answer it, because I will always kill somebody with kindness. And there's a difference between a nice guy and a good guy. Okay? The nice guy is going to just do what people want, but I'm a good guy. And the good guy will be like, yo, I'm cool, but if you step my boundary, that's where I got to call in my boundaries, right? I got to cut it off where it stands. All right, so I will kill people with kindness. I'm not a nice guy. I'm a good guy. And if somebody crosses the line, I will make sure it's addressed. Okay? Here we go. Storm, what up, bro? Ducky says, all right. I've read that one, bro. Ducky, you funny, bro. Hello says, I want to do motocross. Oh, okay, so that's where we were at. Somebody wants to do freelancing. Okay, so if you want to do freelancing, go to Fiverr. Go to Fiverr. Go to one of those platforms, or Upwork. I think it's Upwork and Fiverr and a few other ones. Make those social accounts on there. Spread the word of what you're doing. Do a few things maybe for really, really cheap just to show the value, or maybe even do it for them at first as a surprise. Then once you do it as a surprise, they'll see your value and you're like, hey, I made this for you, and I just want you to know that I actually do this for a service and I would love to help you. We can talk more in regards to that. Boom. Give exposure, let people know, create those social profiles so that way when you're out on the street talking to people, you can send them to that profile, okay? And they can book your service. Jackie says Fiverr is a good one. Yeah, Fiverr is a good one. That's right. My camera moved on me. Let me fix that real quick. Oh, it must be following me. It is following me. Okay, I was like, why did it move? Stop following me for a second, okay? There we go. The red black team says, I get your point, bro. I'm sorry for calling you an NPC. You are good. And it's following me again. Stop. Wait. You don't love me like you love me. Wait. That song? Yeah, that's kind of what went in my head. Okay, let's see here. Hello says, okay, I know what that means. Did your camera move? Usually the lighting is centered on vertical. We got it. Locked in. You're the man. Ducky says, damn, broski said he would kill someone. I said I'll put people in check. I'm very much so capable of doing what I need to do. Opinion on being disciplined. How to do so. Being disciplined is doing something that you don't like. And this is quoted from Alex Hermosi. Having discipline is not something that you like to do. The example is, let's say you go to the gym. Are you at the gym because you like to go to the gym? Or are you at the gym? I hear background noise. Or are you at the gym because you care about your health? It may not be the funnest thing for you, but you're just getting it done. So the act of discipline is doing something that you don't like to do consistently, over and over and over and over. Okay? So opinion on being disciplined is be consistent with it. If it's something you like to do, it's not called disciplined, it's called a hobby, as Alex Hermosi says. Cool? And how to be so. Doing a consistent action over time that will lead to a lifestyle habit that will then become a lifestyle. So doing something repetitively over time until it becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, consistently do that and it becomes part of your lifestyle. You're welcome. You're welcome. Ooh, Ben says we have a question about that coming up. All right, cool. Well, maybe I need to go over to that question. Ducky says, I'm going to put on sing mode on the rewards bit, and that makes you talk in a singing voice for 5 minutes. Ducky Bucky, yes. Yes. Just not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Let's make sure that when people have these questions that we're locked in on their questions, and then I'll sing all you want. I love to sing. I do. Here we go. First question is, here's the disciplined question. Here we go. It says, I know I need to get more disciplined if I'm ever going to hit my goals. But I hate the idea of a routine because it makes me feel trapped. Ooh, that's tough. How do I overcome the feeling and start building better habits? That's a good one. That is a good one. Whew. Hang on, I gotta sneeze. Gotta sneeze in me. Maybe not. Okay. Let's read that over. I know I need to get more disciplined if I'm ever going to hit my goals. That's truth. If you ever want to hit your goals, you do have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined to hit those micro goals to get to that goal. But I hate the idea of a routine because it makes me feel trapped. That's understandable. If you feel like you have too much going on and there's so much within your routine, you're going to be like, I'm in a loop. I don't want to do this anymore. It's too much, right? That feeling can get overwhelming. I know that feeling. You got to go at a pace that is comfortable but not content. You don't want to be content because when you're content, you're not going to keep following through. You're not going to have that You'll not have that aspiration. You won't be aspiration. Maybe it's the word. We'll keep it going. But in order to not feel trapped, you have to create. Let's label it something else. If routine is the label that you're having the issue with, let's label it something else, okay? If routine, hold that thought. Here we go. Okay. So if routine is the issue that you're having, label it something else. Instead of labeling it a routine, label it like time blocking. I've time blocked slots so that way I become comfortable with my day-to-day life. Okay? So start off by changing routine to labeling it as time blocking. Okay? You've time blocked enough to where you feel comfortable with your day-to-day life. There we go. So we take out that part and we give a little bit of comfortability there. We address your concern, which is routine. It makes you feel trapped. Okay? And then how do you overcome this feeling and start building better habits? Well, that's where it's going to come into place where you're going to actually time block and be like, okay, am I comfortable with starting this at this time? Because if you feel trapped, maybe you want to change things up on a day-to-day basis. Maybe if you feel like you're talking to somebody consistently, you can be like, okay, let's talk certain days. Or if you have certain things where you have certain responsibilities, you'd be like, okay, well, I don't want to start blank said responsibility until a certain time. Find out what you're comfortable with first so you don't feel trapped. If it feels like something that you're just like locked into, make sure you have time throughout that day that feels free and unscripted. Okay? So untime blocked. It's like, okay, which it's still going to be time blocked, but let's say it's an hour throughout that day. You now know that throughout that hour, you can do whatever you want. It's untapped. It's not something that you scheduled in, like, gotta go for a walk. No. Now you could go for a run. You can go for a drive. You can go up and get some, a favorite snack of yours because you've been so disciplined throughout that day. Yo, I see you guys. What's up? Good to see you guys. So, take the routine out. Replace it with time blocking. Find time that you're okay with so it doesn't feel like a loop or trapped. Have undecided time throughout the day. Maybe it's an hour, maybe it's 15 intervals, 15-minute breaks 4 times a day that are just you doing whatever you want to do for 15 minutes. Then you don't feel so trapped. That's going to allow you to feel as if you're not trapped. And then it will allow you to create better habits because you're going to not have that pressure on you, okay? When too much pressure's on, your nervous system may feel as if it's not safe to continue that routine or that pattern. So you need to ultimately change that pattern so that way your nervous system feels comfortable enough to doing those activities. And once it does feel comfortable enough, then it's going to allow you to make those additional habits. Cool? So that's what I got for you. Let's see. Hello says, if this isn't wired, but where are you from? What do you mean wired? I don't know what that means. I am from Michigan, everybody. I am from Michigan. I can't give the general area. I can't even tell you where in Michigan because I will have people, I will have a ton of people finding all sorts of information as far as like where I live, all the good stuff. So I like to live a private lifestyle as I can. So that way I don't have stalkers. Okay. I like to just live my own life. And then when I go live, do all the stuff. So I'm in Michigan. We'll say that. Thank you, Omar. I could potentially use some sleep. Thank you, bro. KSHS. Yo, that's tough, bro. That's tough. I'm sorry that you feel like you know what that looks like. So that might mean that you've had experience in the past, and I'm sorry that you had that. I'm going to have empathy and compassion for you, and my heart goes out to you in your situation, dude. Oh, you about to head to Minecraft, Kev? Okay, all right, bro. Ducky Buck, you are wild, bro. Let's see. Also, I've got a question for your life right now, for real this time. Okay, let's see what it is. Is not right now is not the best. Your school life isn't the best, and obviously your rabbit died, which we're aware of. And once again, I'm still having thoughts about your grievance, and that you need to fully process that. You feel like you want to quit things but don't know how within your school. Well, I'm not saying to quit school, so by any interpretation, don't think that I am saying that. There we go, Sora. I see you, Sora. It's not about quitting school. And if you feel like you have to quit certain things in life, you can put that on hold. You can literally put certain things on hold. If it's a sport, if it's a club, if it's an activity, you can put those things on hold. You can just say, hey, right now, the capacity that I have does not allow me to participate in these extra activities, and I need to focus on different areas. Okay? Omar, thanks. It sounds like you need some sleep too, bro. You want everyone else to sleep during your sleep time, so you might need some sleep, bro. Hello says you're now my favorite YouTuber. Let's go. But don't let that happen, guys. Mr. Beast is the number one. All right? Mr. Beast is the number one. But thank you. The Red Black says, add this habit one page at a time. It will slowly change your personality-wise, and your life as well as knowledge will have you in this new habit will help you create more. Is that a book are you referring to? I'm familiar with that. That's usually how I answer that question. Let's see. Going down on the list. I am poor with being consistent. That's okay. That's okay. We gradually work up to that, just like you were posting about in just the past sentence there. Billy Burrow, welcome, Billy Burrow. Yes, I do gaming. Typically, gaming is almost every other day, except for today. Today, I'm here for you guys. Today, I'm here to make sure that your guys' life is going good, and in any way I can serve you. To help your life go better, I want to give you guys motivation, optimism, positivity, and a different way of thinking in life. Yeah, Ducky Bucky. Sounds like it. Sounds like it. Sir, I have a question that is very important. How to improve your tone forever? Even if you are angry, sad, I don't know how to be respectful all the time. Good. This is a great question. This is a great question. Okay, the question is, sir, I have a question that is very important. How do I improve my tone forever? Even if you're angry, sad, I don't know how to be respectful all the time. Okay. Simple. Simple. You want to change your tone? What tone do you want to be perceived? What is the future? What is your future self wanting to be like? How do you want to be? It sounds like you want to be respectful, but you don't know how when you're angry or sad. Well, cool. When we're angry or sad, we may have an angry or sad tone. And it's not about faking life. Because if you fake life, those emotions are still being suppressed and they'll show up in different areas. But you don't have to stoop down to every emotional aspect of that emotion. If you're angry, you don't have to sound angry if you so choose. If you're sad and you don't want to sound sad, you don't need to. But you do need to process those feelings. So, what I would tell you is to find out what your future self wants to be like. Does it want to be a leader? Does it want to be somebody who keeps to himself? Does it want to be charismatic? Does it want to be confident? Even when I'm angry, I use coping mechanisms to allow me to deal with that feeling. At the same time, it will allow me to think about for a second right now, like for instance, hang on. Okay. Here we go. So if you don't want to be angry, sad, that tone, find out different mechanisms, coping mechanisms that you can use. So that way those things don't come off. So let's say a family member gets you upset and you're angry and you don't want them to necessarily, you still want to respect them, but you're still feeling angry. I would like you to use a different coping mechanism. Instead of speak first, breathe first. Take nice deep breaths. 4 seconds in, hold for 4 seconds. 4 seconds out, hold for 4 seconds. Do that on repeat until your emotions have calmed down a little bit. Then reset. Say what you're going to say in your head first to make sure it sounds appropriate. Then let it out. If you're sad, the same thing. 4 seconds, hold, 4 seconds, out, 4 seconds. You're going to do that concept so that way you can come to a point where you can control that emotion, not suppress it, because you still need to address it, but in that moment, it'll give you the ability to control your tone. Okay? Yeah, Jackie, exactly. Box breathing is a huge game changer. It really is. It really is. If you're not doing these things of different, and not everybody's got to do that, but it's a great coping mechanism. If you're angry, you can just say to that individual, hey, respectfully, I'm kind of in my feelings right now. I would like to go for a walk. And when my nervous system has gotten back to where it feels safe enough to talk, I'll be back and we'll have this conversation again. You're respecting them, but you're also taking yourself out of the situation so that way you can control your emotions and your tone. Okay? Great question. Hello says, I really want to send money, but my nanny won't let me. That's okay. You're not here to just send money, guys. I am here for you guys. This is about you. You guys can always donate at any given point. We have about 15 minutes left on the stream. So we're going to go on to the next question, but you are perfectly fine. Here we go. Next question. Why am I exhausted all the time, even on days I do nothing? It sounds like two things could be happening, and I'm not for sure because there's not a lot of context there. But what I would say based off of that comment is, even if you don't have anything to do but you feel exhausted, there's two things. First, I would go, yes, Colton. Yes, Colton. The first thing is, I would check on your eating habits. Your eating habits can dictate how you feel. If you're not eating healthy, it could make you feel sluggish. If you're not eating healthy or a healthier option, it may not give you energy. If you're eating some things that make you bloated and feel down, then you'll probably feel that way and tired. You need to remove the toxins from your life so that way you get more energy on that level. If you don't use it, you lose it, is the second part. Go out for a walk even if you're not feeling like it. 15 to 30 minutes a day. 15 to 30 minutes a day. Get that into play. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. First off, eat healthy, or eat healthier options, or eat things that will give you energy. Second is go for a walk consistently throughout the day, at least 30 minutes a day. That's going to create that subtle energy buildup, okay? Third, do certain breathing exercises. Look up Wim Hofman, or Wim Hof, okay? He has a whole bunch of breathing exercises, and some are for energy. And when you do that, you will feel an urge of energy or a burst of energy flow through you. So, eating healthier or choosing options that are going to give you energy. going for a walk, and breathing certain exercises that will allow you to gain energy. And the last part, and I don't know if this is true, but it would be motivation, lack of purpose, lack of mission. If you don't know your motivation, if you don't have a purpose, if you don't have that thing that is pushing you to get out of bed, that is pushing you to not be stagnant, you need to find it. Find that purpose, find that drive, find that mission. Find something to chase. So that way you can be more productive and get that energy flow going. Even if it's, you have an off day and you want to just chill, cool, you can do that. But don't get in the habit of it. Don't get content. When you're content, things aren't going to flow as easy as you want it. Okay? That's what I would say about that one. The red black team says they don't. I got a situation with my big bro. Said you all good with your arguments, but your tone is a deal breaker. You sound rude, which makes you the culprit. Okay? So your argument's good. You have good arguments. You have good, and it doesn't even have to be considered argument. It could be dialogue. Dialogue back and forth. Your dialogue back and forth is good, but it sounds as if you may be rude when you say things. First off, know that common sense is not common sense to everyone. Your common sense is not common sense to the next person. Their common sense may not be common sense to you. If you're an electric engineer or a pilot, and I've never in my entire life hardwired any kind of wiring or did any kind of flying, the things you know that is common sense to you may not be common sense to me. So where your arguments may, or your dialogue back and forth may be great, but the tone you use could make you sound rude because maybe you're putting it in that tone that they should know, but maybe they don't. So if you have that, know that sometimes you got to speak slower. Sometimes you got to put words into play that have empathy and compassion. And to know that when somebody's on the other side of you, to treat them how you would want to be treated. Okay? Next question is, where is it? Here it is. My mate ghosted me when I really needed them most during a rough patch. How do I forgive them? Well, you guys, there's a few different things. If somebody ghosts you, that's their internal thing that they got to go through. If your friend was supposed to be at a certain place and doesn't show up, have empathy and compassion. Be like, hey, I noticed you didn't show up. Something had to have been wrong, because even if they're not, I would still say this, because you're typically a person who always shows up when they're needed. Because even if they're not, you're putting it in a way that makes them feel like they are, and then you put it into the last term, which is, and I really value that about you. Why? Because now they feel like that thing they can be appreciated for. And then the next time, they'll either show up, or they'll be like, yo, that's not me at all. I actually don't show up for anything, or whatever it is. Or they'll tell you that they didn't care to, or they'll give an excuse, whatever it may be. But have empathy and compassion for them. Speak in a way. Thank you, red black team. Speak in a way. Wait for that sound. There we go, Sammy. Ow, ow, let's go. Speak to your friends in a way that would allow them to feel good doing things for you. Okay, so the example is, let's say my friend, let's say I was moving, okay? Say I'm moving and my friend didn't show up to moving day, okay? Let's say they just didn't show up on time, or they haven't called me, or they're not following up, sort of like ghosting, right? You send them a simple message, just as I was saying there. Hey, I noticed we had some things planned at blank time, or hey, I know that I'm moving today, and it probably crossed your mind because you're always one of those people who show up on time, and that's one thing that I really value about you. So is everything okay? Are you fine? And then it's going to prompt them like, oh, snap, they like this about me. I do want to be like that. And let me give them a proper response. Maybe I wasn't able to make it. Maybe I woke up late. Maybe I felt like because I didn't wake up on time that now I can't even fully show up. Or maybe they were just lazy. And you can just say, hey, if they give a response like, oh, I slept in, I wasn't feeling too well today, or I'm not feeling too well today. Thank you, William. You a boss. Then it's simple. You say, hey, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. And, typically you're a person who's always in healthy shape. So is there any way I can support you today? And, if it comes to a point where, you feel better, offer's always here. I'm going to be here. I could definitely use your help and I would love it. And then you just continue on. You can't punish people for who they are. You just got to accept who they are. And if there's somebody who's not going to show up for you, well, then know that that's the type of friend that they'll be, is somebody who's not going to show up when you truly need them. So what do you need to do? Not punish them. You could limit their access to you so you don't get disappointed, but don't have expectations from that individual. Because when you have expectations from that individual and they fall short from your expectation, you're going to be disappointed. So I urge you to have empathy, compassion. If they're just doing it to do it, you limit them. You don't ask them to do those type of things, or you give it out there very lightly and you put it in a smooth way. Hey, I know the last time you weren't able to show up. I know that it was for a really good reason, because you're always showing up when it's needed, even if they're not. And that's one thing that I really like about you, because then you can subconsciously get it in their brain that that's what you like. Okay? We only got a couple minutes left. So how do you forgive them? By not having expectations and understanding that people are people. You have empathy and compassion for their situation. You have empathy and compassion for yourself and what you deserve. And find a new friend who will show up above all. And when you meet new friends, whatever it is you like from friends that maybe you haven't received, you put that at the forefront. You say, oh, you seem like a really cool person. And some of the things that I really value in friendships are support, are people showing up when they're supposed to, and honesty, right? And then they'll be like, okay, this person likes honesty. They like when people show up when they say that they're going to show up. And then they're going to be like, okay, that's the kind of friend that they like. Can I be that friend? And then they'll give you a response. Oh yeah, I actually value that too. I'm always a person who shows up. Okay, cool. Well, then you know that person values that and they will show up. Thinking Tech says, you ready for a raid? Always ready, bro. Always ready. Let's go. That's how you know you cool. Have I watched A Bridge to Terabithia? Yes, I have. The red black team says, I have an argument, sir, that is being selfless or selfish, that being selfless does not always work, or being selfish does not always work. Reiterate that for me. Texas smashing that like button. Go see your PC for labs. I had a bad vitamin deficiency. What? What do you mean? Okay, there's a final question here. Hello says, can you add me on Fortnite? I have 5 memberships that were blessed last week that I still have yet to give away, which we are giving away. I'm just waiting for the right people. And I want to give them to the people who are really, truly going to deserve it and need it. Okay, the red black team says it is selfless. It's on the friend case. I'm not understanding. Ooh, let's go. Leo David Logger says, yo, somebody raid you. Raid. Sup, Lauren. Monitor Eclipse. Dawn DF. Noon 4965. HJ Undergrams. Ellie. Vinny. Cat is cool. Coco. Janny Boy. Let's go. This is good. Guys. We are doing Motivational Monday. So if you guys have any questions, we like to motivate and give you a different perspective on life, some positivity, some motivation, some optimism. And every day throughout the week, we play Fortnite, except for Mondays, where we do Motivational Monday like today. There we go, that raid. You guys are insane with that raid. You guys are amazing. Whoever raided you, it said somebody raided you. If it's somebody, I freaking love you. Thank you so much. Make sure to like and share the stream, says Ben. Let's go. Let's see how many followers we can get from that. That would be cool. Hasty, Bobby Dude, Jessica, McEntre, Alex Moe, Loggear Benz, Nuclear Warhead, Tony Clips, Think in Tech, you cool, bro. Thank you, bro. Alex Moe, Spider Trey, Pike Nike, Kevs, everybody who's, Think in Tech is a bossy boss for that. Thank you so much, bro. That is boss. That is really, really cool, guys. Everybody who's watching, there's one thing you should know about me that you may not know about me, is I was on Beast Games, which was Mr. Beast's game show on Amazon Prime. So if you guys, out of everything you should probably know, that is one of the most important things, okay? Think Tech, thank you so much. There we go. Batya, JL, Gina, Loggear, you're cool. Oh, did you get any money? I ended up getting the $2,000. You guys will see. You guys have to go watch the show. I competed for a $1.8 million island. There we go. Thinkin' Tech X Epic Smasher collab. Thinkin' Tech. If you're down to have a stream together, my brand manager said it would be dope. So if you would like to do a stream together, I would love to be able to hit you up, bro. That would be cool. Cool Lab Ninja. What do you guys think? Everybody who rated me today, would you guys want a Thinkin' Tech X Epic Smasher collab? Terry Judah says, Mr. Beast is my favorite YouTuber. Mine too. Nathan says, please wait for me. Yeah, we're here. Beta says, yes. Okay, so everybody, I see you guys in the chat. We stream across all platforms. We're currently on Facebook, Twitter X, Twitch, Kick, Abstract, YouTube, TikTok, whichever one I didn't say. There's 7 different platforms we're on. Okay, the red black team says sure. Elena says yes. There we go. Lauren says yes, sir. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we'll have to do that. Thinkin' Tech, what social media platform should I reach out to, or should I have my brand manager reached out, or do you do Discord? Because usually all of my collabs are through Discord. So if you want to give me your Discord name, I'll add you, and then we can go ahead and set something up. Gabriella Adams says, my birthday's on December 28th. Happy early birthday. Let's go. Ow, ow. Yes. I love that so much. You have a whole month to celebrate your birthday. That's great. That is absolutely great. Sammy says, talking to Prime, you can link the Twitch to Prime and select Epic and subscribe for free. Just as long as you guys have Amazon Prime and Twitch. You can link those up two together. Ducky Bucky says, you already have my Discord because I'm in your server. Thank you, Ducky. Lauren says, happy B-Day. Gabriella says, thanks. Terry Judah says, I'm playing basketball in January. Is this your first season? There we go. All these names, I love to see you guys. We got Terry Judah, Gabrielle, Lauren. We got the Black Red Team, Batya, Carmela, It's Ellie, Nathan, C1, Cool Lab Ninja, Victor. You guys are all dope. Everybody across the board. The Black Red Team, you says, you got a sub today. You are really wise, sir. Thinkin' Tech is a good guy. Thinkin' Tech is a good guy. Get me in contact with him if he's still not here, guys. or Ben, if you can find his information for us. Lawrence says, epic Merry Christmas. Oh, there he is. Thinking Tech Channel says, love your grind, man. I hope you're having a great stream. Thank you. Thank you so much, broski. As we were talking before, my brand manager said we need to do a collab. Everybody in the chat says yes. So where can I reach out to you? Thinking Lab, I appreciate you. Or Thinking Tech. And what is it that you do? What is your channel? Chantel says, ow. That's right. That's right, y'all. Carmela says, everyone like this guy is grinding. Ever since 2014, I started my YouTube channel. 2018 is when I started streaming. I work with individuals like Mr. Beast, Snoop Dogg, Gary Vaynerchuk. Who else? A whole bunch of different people. I've met all the Fortnite icons. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you too. I love that. Great, Willem. Thinking Tech says, yeah, that would be great. It's me and my dad. We do Blookit streams and Fortnite. What's Blookit? Cool. Yo, both of you. We'll have both of you. That'd be great. That would be absolutely great. We play Fortnite as well, so it'd be great trio stream. You, your dad, myself. That'd be great. I'm down. Is there a certain day that you like to stream? And have your dad, what's your dad's channel or whatever it is, so that way we can reach out to him. Yo, that's Casey Affleck. Who's Casey Affleck? Are you saying that I look like Casey Affleck? Is that what you're saying? Artiga? A YouTuber is watching. That's right. Ducky says, bro, I'm a crispy chicken. Also, see ya. I get up there. Mr. McLibtard says, I'm here. We haven't got to that tutorial yet, but when there's one. Abella says, hi, girl. What up, Abella? Welcome. Willow says, did you like that? Did you like that? Did I like that raid? That raid was epic. You guys are amazing. I love you guys so much. Everybody who's tuning in. Today is Motivational Monday. How do you even do a raid on YouTube? Tell me. I would love to raid somebody else. The Red Black team says, Ben Fuller, are you the brand manager? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I would love to know, guys, because we are over our hour. We only stream for an hour unless the stream gets extended. The stream can be extended. I showed your channel on my screen. Oh. I'm writing that down. That is smart. Why did that never occur to me? Show channel on screen. Channel on screen to raid. That is baller. That is baller. Okay, we have a final question. Today's Motivational Monday. I answer your guys' questions. If you want it to be anonymous, you just go to our Discord, put it in the Google form, and it will be anonymous. I don't see it till this very moment, so I won't be able to see that. If you guys put a question in the chat, it won't be anonymous, so everybody can see you, see who ended up asking that question, and then I'll read it right here. Yes. Yep. That's true. Red Black. Terry says, I subbed. Terry Judah smashing that follow button. Welcome to the Smashers. Boom, baby. Ow. So cool. Thinking Tech says, much love, man. I see you every day, and I love the grind. You're going places. You do, bro? Well, that's cool. I love that. I'm here Monday through Friday, guys. I would like to join your stream and see how it is as well, and then obviously do a collab. Glad to see you getting raid. Thank you, Logger. Xander says, you're like James McAvoy. I don't know who that is. I'm assuming pretty cool. Yes. Okay. Ben, make sure you write down their information so we can reach out. Thinking Tech, tell me a way to reach out so that way you and your dad can be in the same conversation, okay? Cool. Ducky, I see you, bro. Okay, so the last question was, let's go to it. Let me find it. because I think he was up here. Where is it? Oh, I don't see it. Okay. Final question is, I've decided that 2026 is the year I take my health and fitness seriously. What advice do you have to stay consistent and make sure you don't fall off? I'm also scared of fall off. So what would you say if that does happen? It's a great question. Oh, sweet. Thinking Tech. There we go. Yes. Just send him over. Let me know when he's on, and then we'll get him the information. Okay. Xander, welcome. Happy New Year to you. The final question. How do you take your life serious in 2026 when you are starting your grind and you don't want to fall off? Here you go. Create habits. It takes 31 days to make or break the habit. So if you're looking to get your health, there we go. Thinking Tech, give me 2.2. Actually, I'll go to it. Thinking Tech, thank you so much for the raid. First off. Secondly, you guys are both bossy bosses to the max. Your dad, son, super cool. I would love nothing more to be able to do a collab stream. So we do Fortnite. Today is Motivational Monday. So I actually answer people's questions about life, giving motivation, positivity, optimism. My brand manager has been in the chat. He would like to be able to get you guys together so we can do a collab. I do it on Fortnite. I do a whole bunch of different things. A little bit of background from me, Thinking Tech. Absolutely. Thank you. Thinking Tech. I was actually on Mr. Beast's show called Beast Games on Amazon Prime, so you guys can kind of do the research on the receipts there. So that way you guys can, kind of know that I'm too legit to quit. And then, so I work with Mr. Beast. I work with Snoop Dogg. I work with Gary Vee. There's a whole bunch of different brands that I'll be working with. Thank you, Loggear. You're cool. So what would be a good day if you guys can just, what platform can my brand manager reach out to you on? Because obviously YouTube, you don't really have the ability to message people that I'm aware of. But what platform can my brand manager reach out to you guys so we can set up a collab? YouTube? Can you message on YouTube? I wouldn't know that. I don't handle that. Discord, yeah, we do Discord, the Red Black team, but I will give you Discord. All right, sweet, yeah, we'll do the Discord. Kendall, welcome. I'm pulling up Discord now. Boop. Okay, so how do you keep motivation in 2026 so you don't fall off and you can start your health and workout journey? It takes 31 days to make or break a habit. So if you're going into the gym, start off light. Go in there, just show up, walk through the door, just so you know that you're there and you're good and you can walk back out. Then the next day, walk in there for 5 extra minutes and then, just take a walk around the gym, okay? Then the next day you go in there and you go in there for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And now not only did you go in there, but you walked around the gym, but now you might want to do a little bit of activity. Okay, cool. You're going to do subtle buildup to where your body's nervous system is comfortable with being in that place in the first place. Then you're going to build it up so you're not just use up all your energy, all the stuff, and then you burn out. You want to start off light to where your body is incorporating this lifestyle change. So 31 days to make or break that habit, okay? 31 days to make or break a habit. Don't go too crazy in your workout or your health regimen. Start off light. Think about the meals that you already like and enjoy. Let's say it's chicken, okay? How can I make that chicken a healthier option? I could put it in a salad. I could have grilled chicken instead of fried chicken. Cool. Okay, I like pancakes. All right, sweet. What kind of pancakes do you like? Oh, I like the original. Okay, now look up on TikTok a healthy version of that pancake. Then you make pancakes, but a healthier version. And you start off with what you already like, and then make it to where it's simmered down. 2.2. So, very, very simple. 31 days to make or break a habit. Choose healthier options of what you're already eating to start off. And then when you want to veer off and make this elaborate and fresh, really healthy meal, do it. But start off with, like, let's say it's pancakes. Once again, find the healthier version of that pancake. If it's oatmeal, okay, find a better way to make that oatmeal. If it's fried chicken, well, now you can have grilled chicken. If it's a whole bunch of greasy food, well, then you know that, hey, we got to get rid of that grease. What's a better oil to cook it in? If we're using vegetable oil, canola oil, they're probably not good for you guys. So you should probably use a different oil when cooking. You can use olive oil. You can use avocado oil. Okay, so those are just the examples. Start off light. Don't use up all your energy, because if you're going to use up all your energy, you're going to get burnt out. Take it step by step and not big steps, micro steps. That's what I would say. Okay? Let's see. I see your Discord. I'm going to add you now. Add friend. Okay, I sent it. Think and Tech, I just sent the Discord. Did you see Think and Tech put their Discord? I did not. Oh, like, I thought you meant like their Discord actual channel. But yes, their name, yes, I did. Good call. You guys are amazing. Lauren says, here we go, Steelers! How they doing? Are they doing good? How do you go live, says Kendall. How do you go live from whatever platform it is? If it's YouTube and you don't have the ability on whatever system or PC or whatever you have, you can do it right from the phone. Download Streamlabs. Streamlabs has the ability where you can log in and you can stream right from Streamlabs, whatever platform it is. If you pay the monthly subscription, which is like only $30, then you can stream to multiple platforms like myself. Okay? Ducky Bucky says, bro, one time can we collab? Ducky, let's see what kind of content you make. Run it over with my brand manager, Ben. He'll look at the content you make. He'll make sure that it's a right fit. And yeah, we could do it. There we go. All right, everybody. Let's go over to some of the comments, and then we're going to call it. Unless somebody extends the stream, you can all extend the stream for as little as $3, or $25 extends it a whole hour. We only stream for 1 hour. After that, anybody can extend it. So if you want to extend it, it's exclamation point store. If you guys want to become a legendary smasher, you can. A legendary smasher is somebody who pays only $10 a month, and then you can become my friend on Fortnite. You can be a friend of mine on social media. I can follow you. And for every month that you subscribe, gives you another social media that I can follow you on. Not only that, it opens you up for more competitions, all that good stuff. And here's the good part, is if you don't have the ability to pay for that, there's other ways you can become a legendary smasher. You can clip part of the streams and you can put them on your social media. If you tag me and it gets 10K views, you get a 1-month membership. If you make 12 clippable videos and they all get 10,000 each, you just got a 1-year subscription to be a legendary smasher. Really, really cool. So there's multiple ways to become a legendary smasher, to be my friend on Fortnite. Now, if you just can't do any of those, what I urge you to do is add my secondary account. This is what I do all my blessings on. So I bless people with skins, bundles, cash, all sorts of different things. And that is going to be Code Smashers. Code Smashers. Okay? Code Smashers is my secondary account. That's where you can add me and I can be your friend if you don't have the ability to become a legendary smasher. Sammy says, a raid is where you drop someone's link in the chat and everyone gets to spam the chat, which then the raid stream at the same time to help boost others. Chantel says, Night Epic, thank you so much. You guys are all bossy bosses. Everybody who's with me, say I in the chat so I can give you a shout out. Everybody who's with me, say I in the chat so I can give you a shout out. Are you fin to be on Fortnite? I am going to be on Fortnite after this. I will be on Fortnite for just a brief little bit. There we go. Ducky Bucky 679. Lauren /12G8M, the Red Black Team, Ducky Bucky again, Chantel, Sammy Andre, you guys, Jackie's here. All right, I love that so much. You guys are all bossy bosses to the max. We will catch you on the flip side. I love you guys. Ciao.